Hello everybody, welcome back. This one looks pretty exciting. Apple has acquired a new company, new firm that has technology to turn your iPhones into payment terminals. So no longer would you have a credit card which is already being replaced by Apple Pay or Samsung Pay, and you have the terminal wherein you swipe your card or swipe the card, or now simply just point the phone over it. But now you will simply have the iPhone kept there. You can swipe your phone or just bring it near another iPhone and it will make the payment. So that seems really exciting because it will turn, you already have card services being provided by Apple Pay. Now even the payment terminals can be your iPhones potentially. So this is exciting. Now let's look at it quickly. I'll give you one liner, then if you want you can stay back if you like it. Apple buys startup firm to turn iPhones into payment terminals. Apple has acquired Mobeewave Inc., a startup with technology that could transform iPhones into mobile payment terminals, according to people familiar with the matter. That's interesting. Mobeewave's technology lets shoppers tap their credit card or smartphone on another phone to process a payment. The system works with an app and doesn't require hardware beyond a near field communications or NFC chip, which iPhones have included since 2014. So you don't need that bulky device or any hardware to it. You have your card details in your phone and you have another phone to which you have to make the payment to, and you just bring it near and that's it. Unreal. The Cupertino, California based technology giant paid about $100 million for the startup, one of the people said. Mobeewave had dozens of employees and Apple has retained the team, which is good. I mean, you don't want these things to be happening in acquisitions where people are let go. Good, the core team is retained, which continues to work out of Montreal. Oh, according to the people familiar, they asked not to be identified discussing a private transaction. Makes sense. You would not want to disclose these details. Apple typically buys startups to turn their technology into features of its products. This is something that has long been there, that let's say a big giant, a big commercial giant or a company like Apple would want to venture or want to progress in a field. Now one way is that they can start hiring freshers or experienced professionals and take years to build that particular set of services. Or the other way is that you acquire a much smaller company which is already very good in the field, but it has stopped, that sort of progress that it had initially because of lack of funding or sense of direction or whatever. A smaller company might face that sort of a challenge. So Apple will acquire a smaller company, use all its technology, trained resources, all of it to just leapfrog or jumpstart into this new domain. So Apple buys smaller technology companies from time to time, and we generally do not discuss our purpose of or plans, an Apple spokesman said. Apple typically buys startups to turn their technology into features of its products. Apple added Apple Pay to the iPhone in 2014, allowing users to pay for physical goods with a tap in retail stores. Last year, it launched its own credit card, the Apple Card. Integrating Mobeewave could let anyone with an iPhone accept payments without additional hardware. So you already, as a consumer or a buyer, I would already have the Apple iPhone, and that would have the card details or Apple Pay in it. Now to make the payment at the shop, you always needed that big bulky device, which was the credit card machine that you needed. So now in this case, you don't need that. The shopper will simply need to have the iPhone. Even more reasons to buy iPhone. This would put Apple into more direct competition with Square Inc., a leading provider of payment hardware and software of smartphones and tablets. This is interesting. On its website, Mobeewave shows a demonstration of a user typing in a transaction amount and then a customer tapping their credit card on the phone to process the payment on the device. Samsung Electronics Co. partnered with Mobeewave last year to allow its phone to use the technology. Oh, so Samsung has already partnered with it. No wonder Apple went ahead. Samsung's venture arm is also an investor in the startup. So Samsung is an investor in this Mobeewave, which Apple has acquired, which has raised more than $20 million according to PitchBook. The deal would be one of several for Apple this year. It recently acquired weather app Dark Sky and virtual reality content broadcasting company Next VR. Oh, mean, Apple is venturing into so many things. But that's the great thing about Apple. It will have so many different things going on, but unless it is sure of it, that this is good, they won't release it. That's something that you really like. Of course, when it releases, you have the real world problems that happen, and those can be frustrating, and those can be some things that you may not like or be critical about. But you have to hand it to them that they wait for themselves to be completely ready. And of course, they have to face the real world challenges when they release it. Other purchases include Viosys, Nord.ai, and Inductive to improve Siri and AI, and Fleet Smith for enterprise device management. This is beautiful. But enough from me now. If you enjoyed the video, press the like button, share the video, do all those YouTubey things. Leave a comment below if you enjoyed the video, and what did you specifically like, or do you agree with this post?